Bitcoin has crashed over 60% from the recent highs. The question now is whether it's a great opportunity or something to avoid like the plague. We're going to make the case for the bulls and a case for the bears, so stay tuned. Now please do note that this video is edutainment only and shouldn't be considered investment advice. That being said, let's get a move on. Bitcoin is a digital currency that a lot of people are talking about lately. A lot of people don't understand it or how it works, but don't worry, you're going to get an intro right here. But before we proceed, make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so, as it means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos and it helps our channel as well. So let's start with a quick intro to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital currency that doesn't have a central bank or administrator. It can be sent from user to user on the Bitcoin network without the need for intermediaries. Transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded in a public ledger called a blockchain. Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency that is popular today. They're created as a reward for mining, which is a process where computers solve complex mathematical problems. Bitcoins can be exchanged for other currencies, products and services. It was invented in 2008 by someone who used the name Satoshi Nakamoto. The software for Bitcoin was released to the public in 2009. Satoshi Nakamoto is a pseudonym for the person or persons who created Bitcoin. It was created by Satoshi Nakamoto with the intention of it being used as a currency. It can be used to buy things, and some businesses have started to accept it as payment. However, Bitcoin is also an investment vehicle and store of value, and its volatility can make it difficult to use. Satoshi's identity is still unknown. We don't know much about Satoshi, except that Satoshi was very involved in the Bitcoin community until the mid-2010s. He, she, they stopped communicating abruptly after that. Satoshi's vision for Bitcoin was to create a system where people could exchange money without the need for a central authority. Bitcoin has been a hot topic of debate in recent years. Some people think that Bitcoin's a revolutionary new system that has the potential to upend the traditional financial system. Other people think that Bitcoin is a speculative bubble that's doomed to eventually collapse. So what do you think? Is Bitcoin worth investing in? So, now that we've taken a look at what Bitcoin is, let's now look at the case for the bulls, those who think the price will rise, and the bears, those who think the market will fall. The bulls see Bitcoin as a new revolutionary asset with a lot of upside potential. The bears believe that Bitcoin is a speculative bubble that will eventually burst. So, who is right? The bulls believe that Bitcoin has a lot of potential. They think that the fact that Bitcoin is backed by blockchain technology, which has many potential applications, is a good sign. They also think that Bitcoin is still in its early stages of adoption and that there is a lot of room for growth. You need to understand blockchain technology to understand the bull case for Bitcoin. Blockchain is a public digital ledger that records all transactions. This means it isn't controlled by any one person or organisation and can't be changed or hacked. Plus, it's very secure because it's nearly impossible to tamper with. The bulls think that Bitcoin is the first application of blockchain technology. They say it has a lot of potential uses. For example, it could be used to create a global decentralised payment system that isn't controlled by governments. Bitcoin could also be used as a store of value similar to gold. The bulls believe that Bitcoin has the potential to change how we use money altogether. Some celebrities are investing in Bitcoin and other digital currencies. Some people are still skeptical about their future, but many celebrities believe in them. Here are just a few of the celebrities and wealthy people who have invested in Bitcoin. Ashton Kutcher is one of the most well-known faces in Hollywood. He's also a big fan of Bitcoin. Kutcher first invested in the currency back in 2013 and has since become an outspoken advocate for Bitcoin and other digital currencies. In an interview with Helen DeGeneres, Kutcher said that he believes Bitcoin is the future of technology. It's the future of payments. Another celebrity investor who has put money into Bitcoin is Tyler Winklevoss. He and his twin brother Cameron are best known for co-founding Facebook, but they've also become well known in the world of cryptocurrency. The twins were early investors in Bitcoin and they now have a net worth of more than $1 billion each, thanks to their Bitcoin holdings. Paul Tudor Jones is an American hedge fund manager and billionaire investor. Recently, he invested around 1% of his assets in Bitcoin. He believes that Bitcoin is a good investment because it can help protect people from inflation. A lot of other wealthy investors have been investing in Bitcoin recently too. Stan Druckenmiller is an American hedge fund manager who's been investing in the stock market for more than 30 years. He's also a billionaire. In 2017, he said that he had 1% of his net worth invested in Bitcoin. And in 2020, he reiterated his belief in the cryptocurrency, saying that it was a great store of value because it is limited in supply. Now, the bears think that Bitcoin is overvalued and the current price rally is not sustainable. They say that there is no intrinsic value for Bitcoin and it isn't backed by any central authority. They also argue that the current Bitcoin infrastructure can't handle large-scale transactions, which could limit its usefulness in the future. The bears think that Bitcoin isn't a good investment because it's too risky. The price of Bitcoin can change quickly and there is no guarantee that it will be successful in the future. There are also no laws to protect people if something goes wrong with their investment. For the bears, Bitcoin is a type of digital currency that is not backed by any central authority or government. This means that it's not regulated like other currencies. Additionally, there is a limited supply of Bitcoin which could lead to inflationary pressures in the future. Warren Buffett, a famous investor, doesn't like cryptocurrency. He called Bitcoin probably rat poison squared in a recent interview. Berkshire Hathaway, his investment company, has also invested in companies that create Bitcoin mining software and hardware. However, Buffett's criticisms of cryptocurrency don't just stop at Bitcoin. He also said that Ethereum, Litecoin and other altcoins are certainly not going to produce anything, and that they are worthless artificial gold. In fact, he's even compared buying cryptocurrencies to gambling. Now, while some investors see cryptocurrencies as the future of money, it's clear that Warren Buffett is not one of them. The bearish correlates a lot of instances in the past with Bitcoin currency. One of these is the tulip mania. During the tulip mania of the 1600s, the Dutch went crazy for tulips. At the height of the craze, a single bulb could fetch prices as high as an entire estate. While the bulbs were originally imported from Turkey, they soon began to be cultivated in the Netherlands. The Dutch developed a sophisticated system for growing bulbs, and tulips became one of their most important exports. However, the market eventually collapsed, leading to economic ruin for many buyers. Today, the tulip mania is remembered as a warning about the dangers of investing in something you don't understand. Luna investment mania is a recent trend. People began investing in Luna in early 2020. The prices for Luna-related assets increased a lot by the end of the year. Unfortunately, this bubble eventually burst and people lost a lot of money. Another key truth is that Bitcoins are non-yielding digital assets. They don't pay dividends like stocks, nor do they generate revenue or profit like a business. Instead, Bitcoins derive their value solely from the fact that people are willing to buy them. This creates a number of risks. First, Bitcoins are highly volatile, meaning their price can change a lot from day to day. This makes them a poor investment for anyone looking to protect their money. Second, Bitcoins aren't backed by any government or central bank. This means that there's no guarantee of their value and they could potentially become worthless overnight. There are some very famous people who do not like Bitcoin. Among them are the famous investor and one of the richest men in the world, Warren Buffett, along with his equally wealthy friend Bill Gates. Bitcoin has been praised as the next step in the digitization of our economy, but it's also been criticised as a speculative bubble and a fool's game. This has led to concerns that Bitcoin is simply a speculative bubble that will eventually burst. Only time will tell whether Bitcoin is the next step in the digitisation of our economy, or a fool's game? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about starting your own business, click in the details below. And if there's a particular video you're looking to see, let us know in the comments. To create is effort, to copy is genius. Albert Einstein. And remember, if you want to change your life, let's make that change together.